sweet style of mine. Welcome to Inside the Ant Farm.
Hey guys, 105. We're here.
My face is covered up with a little support on this.
That's okay. It's
You
still
can't
showing
see
you.
us.
Yeah.
But we still love you.
Okay, this is Eastwood Brewing Company, correct? Yeah.
Yes, Matt.
Eastwood Brewing Company.
Their milk stout.
Milk stout. This stuff is actually pretty terrific. Prost.
Prost. So when she got this like about a month ago now?
Still delicious.
Been in the basement? Been in the old fruit cellar? The old earthen fruit cellar? With the Evil Dead?
Dead by dawn! I stepped on that guy's face. It's okay. How you doing, man? What's going on?
I'm doing great. We had some fun at the in-laws. My father-in-law turned 60. Well, actually, he turned 60 on the 26th. But
60 in dog years, though, right?
Yeah. No, I said because the cards all said 60, and I turned them over. I'm like, this is how old you act. This is 09. This is how old you act. I can get away with that because my father-in-law loves me, right? Huh? How you doing, buddy?
He said,
He's a fan.
Miguel.
He's a fan. He's not a fan. Right.
He's watched all these. I hope you haven't watched all these. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Love
your daughter. Otherwise, just busy. Works. Come home and see my lovely little baby. He's been a little crabby guy, but he's still good.
Got teeth coming in. It's gonna be crabby,
Yeah.
Teeth time.
He's trying to get him in. Yeah.
Sometimes they hurt. Sometimes
nothing coming in yet though.
Sometimes he just wants to slam you with his little baby fist in the face over and over.
Oh, he does that anyway, so it's not. He likes to look when he gets really upset. He likes to just scratch and grab at my face.
I'll grab everything I can and rip it.
Okay.
Tear the flesh.
And I just take it to him, just like whatever. Let's do it, dude. You get it out. You let me know what's good. And then I'll come like, you okay, buddy?
You should start him with like a little puff in the face, and they're like, give him a stop.
No, I used to just wait till he stops and then falls over my shoulder. I'm like, exactly. Daddy will take care of you, buddy. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. You're itchy.
Thanks for asking.
No one cares. No one. Okay, fans of Poland, do you care what Matt's week is like?
I'm tanner than you, by the way.
No, you're hairier than me. I think is what it is.
You're hairier. That's because you shave your hair.
Yes,
I had I don't know. At work, we kind of got a little switcheroo on us, so we're gonna be.
I heard about that.
Switching nights.
So we're not going to do Inside the Ant Farm anymore, probably. Is that how it works?
No, there's definitely some of that, but it's going to be tougher to practice and stuff like that for our bands. I don't know. We're going to have to learn that.
So we might not have any our upcoming gigs coming up, because we might have to cancel those.
Well, we're doing some St. Patrick's Day songs. If anyone wants us, we know sort of 3 St. Patrick's Day songs. So
well, if you're all drunk anyway, which you will be on St. Patrick's Day, it's going to be fine. Like the Finnegan's Wake's one of them. Wild Rovers.
Gave it away. I wasn't supposed to tell you that.
It was a surprise.
We forgot to practice. Did we practice on? Oh, we did. Okay.
Yes, we did. Right. They all sound the same. That's how you don't know.
No.
G, C, and D, and then maybe some E minor, maybe some weird D.
But otherwise, it's been a typical week except for that. Yes. But let's see. You got a long list. I have a couple things that
he just looked up about 10 minutes.
That's okay. That's okay.
So you want me to start then?
Yeah, start off.
So Matt, we had speculated this a while ago. Maybe a little Miles Morales in our Marvel universe.
I've heard something about this, and I heard they actually spoke with Donald Glover about it.
Well, there's a Marvel insider that said there's a 95% chance that we will have a non-white Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Miles Morales is the classic.
It wouldn't make any sense to make him like
choice.
A black Peter Parker. Make more sense to make him Miles Morales.
What if he was an Asian Peter Parker? Or what if he was like Peter Parkour and he was just like a guy that did like lots of flips and stuff?
Well, I mean, he kind of does do a lot of flips and stuff.
But he didn't say Miles Morales per se, but
another 95% chance it wasn't a white guy.
This is my theory, and maybe someone else's theory, but it's something that I thought of when I read this article. The Marvel universe has been, at least in the Marvel movies, like the Avenger movies, it's been based more on the Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales is a member of that Ultimate Universe So it's a better chance that he could be in such a movie.
So do you feel then that Iron Man might be superior Iron Man at some point?
Superior Iron Man is not superior Iron Man in the Ultimate Universe.
Oh, okay.
So, but I think they're kind of skewing towards that with the Age of Ultron.
Almost, yeah. I think so.
Tony Stark anyway, because Tony Stark basically taking the Hank Pym role in the classic literature, the classic comics, where Hank Pym was the one who created Ultron, but in this one they're doing Tony Stark and Bruce Banner working together.
Put a pin in that. I want to talk about that in a minute. But Miles Morales. So how do you feel about Miles Morales, and how do you feel about Donald Glover hopefully playing the part? That's what everyone's wanted that forever. I think he's too old. He might be too old now because they wanted a young.
He can play younger because he's a skinny guy. Looks younger. Okay. I think he could easily play younger. Like Andrew Garfield was older than 17 when he was playing.
Yeah, but but when we heard they were talking about Logan Lerman and all these other people, which were all white people, so I don't know if this even has that much credence. But if it did, who do you think could play that? Do you even think anybody could play the part right now?
See, that's the thing.
Don't say Nick Cannon. I'll kick you out of here.
Nick Cannon is the only person I think could play that part because he's long enough and he's strong enough. You know what I'm saying? And no, honestly, like Donald Glover is the first one that would come to mind, but I can't say that I know like. I know a lot of young actors anyway.
You know me, I want a fan to play it. That's why I was when I heard Donald Glover for Amazing Spider-Man, I was like, I would love that because he's a fan. He really likes the part.
True blue nerd.
And he voiced it in
the Ultimate Spider-Man.
The
cartoon show.
Yeah.
So I almost said comic, and that would have been weird. But he voices the comic. It's a voice comic. It's really weird. Like it could be like the Astonishing X-Men thing that Joss Whedon did that they made into a motion comic that was voiced. That was cool.
But also I read something else about why Joss Whedon isn't doing Hank Pym in the Avengers, because Hank Pym is already technically going to be in the universe, but then Edgar Wright will be doing him in Ant-Man.
Would have. Edgar Wright's no longer doing it.
Well, he was when he. I guess. I'm sorry. This was from an interview when Edgar Wright was doing Ant-Man. That's what I meant to say. And so he was asked why wouldn't you use Hank Pym, because he's the guy who created Ultron. He's like, because Edgar Wright technically was using him first, so I don't want to go in there and take a character. Plus, I have the two smartest guys on the planet. I also don't need a third smart guy.
Yeah, bunch of nerds.
Yeah, bunch of nerds.
Well, the thing with that too is that Edgar Wright was like actively using Hank Pym, so he couldn't just be like, "Oh, tell me what Hank Pym's about, and I'll put him in my story." You know, it's like, you make it weird.
So, and it kind of makes sense, especially with if they want to turn Iron Man, Tony Stark into more of a darker, going down the road, which he's gone down many times in the comic books.
Mostly due to alcohol.
Yeah, a lot of times due to alcohol. But, he's been down those roads before. So, I mean, it actually is a natural progression.
I think it's a good way to get him towards Civil War Iron Man, where he's like taking more of this hard line on things. Even if he's screwing things up, he like has a reason for where he's going, and so you're not just like, because classically, as we've said in a couple podcasts, Iron Man is not the villain, but the other side of the Civil War.
He's an anti-hero, really, at that point. He's so hard line.
He's technically the villain in Civil War for part of at least in like how that story is formed. But he's not the villain. He has a point with things. He's kind of I guess he's like the Republican. He's like the capitalist.
He's like the Javert of
He's the Javert.
He's not a bad guy.
He's a Russell Crowe.
He's like Russell Crowe
of that.
In 30-odd Foot of Grunts.
Have you seen Les Miserables? It's still great, even though he almost ruins it.
You know what? There's parts where he's almost good in this. Then
but they also they also put him like in a different key.
Like, you have no diction.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's our snob corner.
That's what we're drifting our snifters. Yes. By the way, my assistant didn't believe that beer could be drunk out of snifters. He's like, "Those are for brandy." I'm like, "Nope, also for beer."
Some beers are supposed to be just drank out of there. So 1886 came out.
The Order,
last week. And this was a highly anticipated game that got super panned, and it was one of those things that we everybody saw coming when they first put out the gameplay trailer last year, or no, it was 2 years ago now.
E3.
E3, I think it was. They put out at E3, it was terrible. Like, I guess it was really clunky and bad. And then they had a lot of the cinematic footage for it, and they said, wow, the cinema looks terrific. And that's basically how the review ended up. It's like, wow, this game looks so beautiful and is so bad to play. You know, it sucks.
Well, it basically, too, it's not just in a lot of the reviews, it wasn't that it was just bad to play, is that it didn't really give you, like, with games where you could, like, do anything and be anything and go all these places, it was very, like, go down this path and do this thing.
Yeah.
And like, so like, it's very story-driven, but without many choices to the
It
story.
it was almost like it would have worked better as a Telltale type game than an actual game.
I agree
the
with
other
that.
way around, but they didn't.
Like,
they
at
just
least
tried to
that's how
mix
it's
them
portrayed.
together. They tried to smash them together awkwardly.
Well, because there are games that do work with that kind of driven story, like
Uncharted.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in both those games, you can do. There's other ways to do things. You don't just have to you don't have to run in. You don't have to hide behind cover. You can do a combination of those things and make your Joel or your Nathan Drake your own. In this game, they're saying basically you just walked out. You're like walking down a corridor. You're hiding. You're doing this thing, and there's no other way around what you're doing.
And
You
then
have to do it
beautiful,
this way.
beautiful cutscenes.
And then like a Final Fantasy CGI for 17 minutes or something. And it's like I still want to play it someday, but I think I would wait till it's like $30 or $20.
Did you see the trailer for Final Fantasy 15? Speaking.
I haven't seen the trailer, but I've seen the gameplay footage, and it looks awesome.
Okay,
I'm actually excited for that for the first time in a long time about Final
I've
Fantasy.
never been excited about Final Fantasy, but it looked pretty cool.
Well,
Final Fantasy is my Doctor Who.
Yes, it's your Waterloo. If you
Yeah.
Then you obviously haven't played Final Fantasy VIII. I'm kidding.
I loved
What's that?
I loved looking at the 1886 stuff. It looked beautiful.
Yeah.
And then
Well, the
reading
concept's
trailer,
great too, like
Yeah.
a steampunk past that
And
influences.
there's not really a game that fits into that niche, really. You know, that
Well, and also the thing
type
is
niche.
too, a lot of people were expecting good things from Ready at Dawn, and it didn't really happen. You know, and they kind of balked on it. And Ready at Dawn hadn't really done anything before that, but they've done like good adaptations of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, oh, this is their first chance to make something of their own. They're gonna,
And
they said they're gonna do it right, and then so a lot of
They
that's
whiff.
what I think a lot of people are.
They whiff,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of people are disappointed. But you know, like I said, I'll definitely play the game someday. Just I'll wait till it goes on sale somewhere before I get it. And with PlayStation though, they take so long to put things on sale. It's just like, come on. This game's been out for a year.
I'd
It's
play
still
it,
$60.
or if they do like the PlayStation Plus free
Ugh.
game, I'll play it.
Oh, definitely. Well, definitely. That'd be awesome. Do it. They watch our show.
I think I have to renew my PlayStation Plus.
Ryan Clements watched this show. PlayStation. He doesn't.
What do you got next? What do you got? Keep the show
So
rolling.
I there's a really cool thing that's happening right now. One comic that I really enjoy. Actually, I haven't read in a couple issues, but just because I'm a little behind on it. But it's called Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction and his wife, who I didn't know was his wife, but it's Kelly Sue DeConnick is his wife, and she's also another really good writer of comics. She's done like Pretty Deadly, which is a really good one out now, and there's another one. Do I have it written down? Because I don't remember the name. Bitch Planet. It's basically about. I think it's about like the world full of women that fight each other. Yeah. But Sex Criminals is a great comic. It's very I don't want to say hipstery, but it's like very like it's very well written, and like the two characters are kind of hipstery, but the basis of the story is that there's this girl who finds out that when she has a good time, I want to keep it clean still, as clean as possible for
When she comes to fruition.
Yes, she can stop time. And so she's like stopping time and figuring out she can do these things.
So it's like Life is Strange with if it was X-rated.
Well, yeah, but that's reversing time. She can actually stop time and like do and like manipulate it. So like she starts like she at that point she's like she's about to lose her job where she is because she doesn't have the money to pay for it. So she's like, I'll just go rob a bank. They can't even like I won't even be on camera. I'm invisible. And so she just like robs a bank and she runs into this guy who's also walking around while everything else is frozen. And she's like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, I can do that too. And so they just like...
Mine's messier.
Well, they're just like, so let's just have sex then, and then we can stop time together, and kind of be together. So they kind of like fall in
And
love.
there's sex criminals, do
Tagline, logline, and so but then they find out like there's other people that can do this, and they're like kind of cops and trying to stop people from breaking the laws of time. And the story gets crazy, but it's fun. It's always just really fun.
So like, there's a scene where everybody's just going to town on themselves. I'm gonna get you. I don't know.
It's really interesting.
That's awkward.
If I had these in print, I would give them to you, but I have them all digitally right now.
I probably wouldn't be able to have them in my house anyway.
You wouldn't, because there are some scenes that are not suitable for work. So
I'm just going to town.
So they've optioned a bunch of his and his wife's comics, and the first one they're going to do is Section. It's by Universal Pictures. So I'm not sure what channel that would be on. Hopefully, a channel where they can give it an R rating and not like NBC, Universal.
That'd be great if it was on NBC.
Yeah, because there'd be nothing going on it at all.
Be Parks and Recs 2.
Yeah.
Sex criminals.
So, but yeah, I was really excited about that because it's a really fun. Matt Fraction is an amazing writer. If you haven't read his stuff, I definitely.
And a great name.
I believe he had a run on Daredevil recently. It was really good, and Sex Criminals. And Sex Criminals is his first thing writing independently from like Marvel's, because he did a lot of Marvel stuff, and so did his wife too. Kelly Sue DeConnick did Avengers Assemble and a bunch of other Marvel comics before moving off to this the independent label.
Okay.
So that's something I'm very excited about.
Okay. Speaking of some Marvel comics, they had an interview with Hugh Jackman, and one of the questions they asked him was, how long do you think you can play Wolverine? And he said, forever. He said, as long as they keep giving me parts, I will play Wolverine.
He's like body parts because they're going to start falling off?
He's like, I just watched Birdman, and I don't want to be that. He's like, I don't want everybody just remember me for that because I haven't done it in so long. I just want to keep doing it until they recast me, basically. He's like,
That's why Michael Keaton should have got the Oscar.
Until he's Old Man Logan,
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd watch that story, actually.
I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Have you read Old Man Logan at all?
I've read a little bit of it, yes. He's great at playing Wolverine. He looks exactly like him. He's got a good
But he's not going to always look like him.
He's going to get old. Yeah, he is. He's getting older already. But he's still great at it, so keep throwing him in there.
Wait, he's getting older?
Believe it or not. Unlike Wolverine, who's not really getting older.
Schnickty. Yeah, because he's dead. He's dead. Because Wolverine's dead. Spoiler. He's dead.
That's a big spoiler. Maybe somebody can read that.
He died.
And then Old Man Logan's coming back into print. They're going to have a new run.
Well, that's only because it's part of Battle World. It's
F
Secret
you.
Wars. It's Secret Wars. So basically, they're taking all the worlds and mashing them together and doing their own crisis.
Like this one, Logan didn't die stupidly.
Well, and Wolverine's gonna come back eventually. He's encased in not really a spoiler unless you're gonna read Death of Wolverine. So skip ahead.
So will he break out? That means he's not dead.
No, he's not gonna break out though. But they can find his DNA still in there, so they could clone him, or they could just take a part of him and have him grow back from it or something.
Just make Dagon.
The X-Men actually just took possession of him, by the way, in the comics.
That's gotta be heavy. It's gonna be really
well,
heavy.
they have Colossus lift him. Colossus was there.
Obviously.
Not just have Storm like, oh, the wind or something like that.
Oh, speaking of Colossus in the Deadpool movie, Colossus is going to be in it, and they recast it.
Already.
We didn't talk about him. Colossus got recasted. So the dude that was Colossus and Days of Future Past is not going to be...
Yeah, well, whatever. That guy probably doesn't speak English, man. Come on.
I can't remember his name, but I was like, oh, well, the guy's not doing anything else. Just give him Colossus.
Just give
him the one thing he can do, look beefy.
Get the guy that plays the Mountain to play him. That'd be awesome.
That guy is... I would watch that.
He doesn't need... Just paint him silver. You don't... Okay, Colossus doesn't have to be silver.
I don't need to be silver.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, cool, man. That's fine. That's cool.
You are the largest man I've ever seen.
You're a monster. You're a literal monster.
He needs to do like pro wrestling. So I mean, he's a murderer.
No, he doesn't. He's scary.
He's 1,300 pounds.
He would break
and walks
Lesnar
5
in half.
steps with 1,300 pounds on his shoulder.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Over half ton.
That makes no sense.
A half a ton, and then you put a big fat guy on top of the
It was a giant log that weighed 1,300 pounds.
He broke a mythical record. It wasn't even a record that anyone could do.
Yeah, and the record, he broke it by 2 steps. It was the guy walked 1,300 pounds,
also,
3 steps.
I think we mentioned this. Also, I think I mentioned this last week, but the guy that did the record in the mythical story broke his back.
Yeah.
That's why he only did 3 steps. He broke in half.
This guy, he shrugged.
He's like, he shrugged.
He's like, now I eat to be listening to it, so he left.
And then he won a hot dog contest, a Wiener Schnitzel eating contest after that.
He beat Kobayashi.
Because I don't know. I don't even know where he puts it.
Turns into muscle.
Sex criminals. Look out for it. Hopefully, I don't know what Universal owns that's like.
You were talking about
R-rated.
Hugh Jackman, but yeah, sex criminals.
Also sex criminals.
Sex
You don't care about Hugh Jackman.
105 sex criminals.
I think Wolverine should be in a sex criminal. No, he shouldn't.
He's the nail, the claws. You know what that.
Snip.
I only have two things left. I have two things. So
Well, I only have two things probably too.
Okay. Well, then I'll go with one. And I'll so get over it. So I know you don't want to hear about it. But
Doctor Who.
So 50 Shades of Grey.
Worse.
They were talking about Jamie Dornan, the guy who plays Christian Grey, does not want to do the other sequels for this movie. I guess he has a wife and kid, and now he didn't realize how much attention he was going to get from being a sex symbol, because every lady now wants to do him.
Please treat me like garbage.
Yeah.
Rape me.
Yeah.
No.
I'd let you chain me up in the playroom anytime.
I'm in front of my child.
This is my son. Get away from me.
Oh my god.
But also, I guess he really didn't think he had good chemistry with Dakota Johnson. And so, like...
They hated each other. You could tell that they hated each other, like, in the interviews. I mean, I might have... In the movie,
Well, I guess he really...
but...
Supposedly, like, he was not...
No, you could tell he
did not like her at all. Did not like the way they worked together. Because she was, like, not a veteran actress and stuff like that. And so he doesn't want to do the sequels.
Jamie Dornan, seriously, dude?
He's been in a lot of stuff.
You were the fucking... with the sheriff... You're not in the Sheriff of Nottingham. You're just the sheriff. Sarah Bolstad, thank you. Super fan who watches. Because I didn't know, I just kind of looked.
I knew she was. Oh, that's right. He was in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Which makes me even more upset because that Once Upon a Time is directly stolen from Fables, the graphic novel Fables.
Yeah.
And there is a really awesome sheriff in Fables. And this guy's just the I think it turns out to be somebody else. Sorry, Sarah Bolstad, I forgot who it was. But he starts it as the sheriff, and then he's turned into somebody else.
He's not Rumpelstiltskin, that's for sure.
No, that's someone else that is in there, though.
That's been more stuff.
He was in the Stargate universe.
But so he might not be in that. I don't know how that would. I don't think that would be easy to recast. I don't know because that movie was critically acclaimed, popular.
They'll throw enough money at him,
but popular. It's popular.
They'll throw enough money at him, or he'll do it again. I think
he has principles. Okay,
right. Whatever.
Maybe it's a tax to get more money. I don't know.
So Matt, Power / Rangers. What do you think?
I think it was one of the best short films.
I should post this here.
One of the best short films I've seen in a long time.
It was pretty awesome. Katie Sackhoff, The Beak was in it.
I love Katie Sackhoff. Love her.
You can my Pink Ranger and
which was great. The only thing that really made me angry was that Tommy Oliver was not Jason David Frank.
Okay, and that's not really giving anything away. So, I'll give you the premise of this. It basically the guy that made the Venom short film that you might have seen. I probably won't post those.
I love the Venom.
Look it up on YouTube.
Venom short film,
or the Punisher short film that actually got. I believe the Punisher War Journal was made because of that being posted. And the Venom
was much worse.
So, Punisher War Journal was horrible, but whatever. He made a dark, gritty Power Rangers reboot, and he called it a bootleg, which is funny. And so it was
super dark,
and it was.
I didn't see the
not suitable for work one.
Not suitable for work one.
No, I don't saw the one on YouTube because they took it down. Basically, the only difference between the not suitable for work one and the suitable for work one is that the scene with the strippers in it, they were topless.
Oh, okay.
So
somebody's like, "There's boobs." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it wasn't Katie Sack.
Okay,
sorry.
Never mind.
Sorry. It wasn't Starbuck. It wasn't Star Boobs.
Star Boobs.
Title
of this episode: Star Boobs.
It might be now. But yes. So that got made. It's about 13 minutes long. So if you click on that link,
it plays off the original Ranger story, but it goes into something that everybody really thought of, but nobody delved into as kids. These guys are kids that are trained to they're basically kill or be killed,
murder monsters,
and they gotta fight these horrible, disgusting
nightmare monsters.
Nightmare monsters.
I have 7 tentacle things coming from my face. Oh boy, great.
And there's a cool little twist in the end that is great. It was great. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the whole thing. So some funny fallout over that is Saban, the guys that own the rights to the Power Rangers, are very upset that movie came out, which is why the Not Suitable for Work one was taken down.
And they're trying to get the other one.
And they're actually having a lawsuit against.
That's lame.
Yeah, to try and get him to cease.
Well, I think the only reason that they're doing this is because they're trying to get this other Power Rangers movie in the works, and of course it's going to be it's going to be a kids Power Rangers. It's going to be like a SpongeBob.
Well, Saban knows where bread is buttered. Yes,
but that's a movie I grew up with the Power Rangers. I want to see this movie get made, like where it's actually like, hey, these bad guys maybe have beaten up the world a little bit, and now Power Rangers are kind of last hope. Maybe they're just enchanted. They got to come back together or something. Something. I want to see it.
If that does happen, I want to see Katie Sackhoff in the Beak,
and Jason David Frank.
Jason David
Frank. They asked him about how he felt about this, and he did not like it. He said the Power Rangers are supposed to be for kids, and that they're at least PG-13 at the most, but they shouldn't be this. And he did not like it at all. I think he really liked it because he didn't get to be in it, but
yeah,
he's like, I'm always Tommy Oliver. That's who I am. I'm like the Red Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger.
Yeah,
all the colors
around. And you see that I take the mask off and it's me.
He literally has been on 6 of the 9 of the incarnations of the Rangers.
I believe it.
As Tommy Oliver, including the newest one. I believe he's Tommy Oliver. He's like I'm the gym teacher.
I'm the old Ranger.
The Black Ranger now too, or something. I don't know.
The really old Ranger.
Silver Ranger. I don't know. There's
old.
He's not the Latino guy, that's all I gotta say. This blade has a bonita bite! That's actually one of the things he says. And I laugh every time. I'm like, that's why...
So you watch the Power Rangers?
I have a child. Of course I've watched the Power Rangers.
Yes. What? Sorry? I coughed.
Wait, buddy. Soon.
He's like, let's watch the Power Rangers, buddy.
Soon you'd be like, yeah, man, I was on My Little Pony. I can't believe Twilight Sparkle did that.
No, I'd be totally brownie, dude. Come on.
Brownie?
Brony.
Yeah, you are a brony already. You'll be one.
Yeah, man.
I'd say you'd be more of a Fluttershy guy, though.
You know too many of the
of course, I've watched 100 episodes of My Little Pony. Okay, so the last thing I have. On March 1st, they're going to drop but they're going to debut the S6, the Samsung Galaxy S6, the newest Galaxy, and they gave a little teaser picture of it. And it's, I don't know if you've
different than regular ones.
Well, the latest model of the Samsung is the Edge, and basically it has a little the touchscreen curves around the side.
After the rest of the WWE wrestler.
Oh, that's my phone bag. And so basically, it looks like in the S6 that the curve at the edge is on both sides. So basically, the screen wraps around 3 sides of the thing, basically.
What?
And supposedly there's supposed to be all these other great innovations. There's a lot of the early reviewers of this are saying it's like the best. It is the 21st century phone or something like that. I'm excited about it, and I get a new phone soon. So S6 come for
right.
you.
So it's made by Samsung, so it's basically just going to record what we say and send it to Samsung, right?
I don't care. I mean, they're going to record this crap and send it to Samsung? What's going to happen for them?
And if that happens, is this copyrighted technically? Do we have to file some kind of permit to post our podcast? That's why I'm glad I have the Note 2 by Samsung, the dumb one, which has a really bad screen. I noticed because we were driving
only an S4.
We were driving down to Pennsylvania. I was trying to use it for directions. I'm like, I can't see this. So Jamie gives me hers, and I'm like, oh.
Well, you might be able to. There might be in the settings. You might be able to turn the brightness up.
She has the S4 Mini. No, you can't. You can't. It's not. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh, man. Okay, here's this better.
Nothing wrong with the S4.
Okay, so I have 2 last things, but one's gonna be real quick. Spider-Gwen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Spider-Gwen.
Number 1 came out today, people. Spider-Gwen. If you haven't read about her. From the Spider-Verse.
Imagine if
when Stacy becomes Spider-Man.
If you wanted to make out with Spider-Man, probably would be Spider-Gwen.
Yes. Perfect. And the last one, Matt, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's in for the 2 Terminator sequels coming after Genesis.
Is he going to be alive during them?
I'm still a Terminator. I'm very old now. I'm super old.
I've aged for some reason. We did not explain this very well.
And actually, I have one more thing. And this is a good one.
Mike and 2 for Mateo.
This is a good one. Mine's better. Both for me. Avengers 2 poster came out, but that wasn't the cool thing. The cool thing is that there were some cool reveals, man. Because on the cast list, they have Haley Atwell. What?
How could she be there? It doesn't make any sense.
Agent Carter has been billed.
She was
part of
old.
this.
We already know she's old, so this has got to be like a similar
But even
flashback.
more epic than that, speaking of old, Danny Elfman, Matt, is on for the score for Avengers 2.
Okay.
With Ultron.
I've heard somebody said that because Danny Elfman was on this, that there may be some kind of link to getting Spider-Man into Avengers. Do you think that could happen?
Spider-Man's already in
Like
Avengers.
putting like in this Avengers. That's somebody said. I just read it. And I wish I would have known more about it, but it said because Danny Elfman was in it, there's a chance that Spider-Man may somehow be in it too. I was like, I don't know how.
I think they put him in that end little scene.
It's kind of the reveal for the
to
character.
have Donald Glover show up.
It's a reveal
yeah.
for the character. Yeah, I think it'd be
And
great.
be like, hey, can I join or something like that?
Or he somehow he's walking through and like somebody bumps into him and he's like, hey kid, you you okay? And he's like, hey, what's your name? He's like, Miles Morales. And you're like,
Or it's like Peter Morales. And
then
you're like, wait, no, they just mashed up their two names.
and then fanboy go, blah!
Or they go, they spit off. Either vomit or they explode.
Heads explode.
There's actually one more person, but I forgot to write them down. There's someone else that's on the poster that I didn't know.
John Larroquette.
John Larroquette is... I'm John Larroquette, I play the Vision. No, the Vision is already cast. I don't get it.
Then I will play my character from Night Court.
We don't remember saying this. The guy. Jake from State Farm. He's just going to play.
Hey guys, thanks for coming today.
We love you guys.
It's a good one. It's
105.
One. Oh no! All right. Oh, thank you. I got news for you. This is exclusive. Mike doesn't even know about this.
You don't?
Season 2. I learned that coming up, guys. I got all the music ready for it. We're doing it.
Finally.
Season 2. Season 2.
I thought it was
Season 2. If you want to trend this on Twitter, hashtag ILTS2.
Star boobs. Hashtag Star boobs.
Hashtag Star boobs as well. Let's get that trend
Finn.
as well. Fang.
Boom.
Stay classy, guys. Thank you.